I was asked whether I was interested in trying for the position about a year and a half ago, and I was interested in trying for it. And the nice thing about the process was that for me, and as well as the other candidates at that stage of the audition process, I was invited to come here and basically do a trial week as concertmaster, in addition to the audition that I played by myself. So I was able to already play with the musicians and show what I would do in the position if I were to get it. For me, it was a very good process because I had a few different chances to do that, to show my own playing, but also to show and see for myself how I would fit in the group.
What did you have to do for that?
Well, for the solo audition, there were a few elements. I prepared a couple of solo pieces of solo concertos that I played, and then as part of the Concertmaster audition, I played some of the very famous Concertmaster excerpts, which are from Richard Strauss, Untitled Leben, and Also sprach Zarathustra, as well as Brahms' First Symphony, Beethoven Missa Solemnis. There are a number of famous violin solos in the orchestral repertoire that are notoriously difficult, and so they show up on all the Concertmaster auditions. Well, this was sort of a, I don't know, I wouldn't say random, but it was a nice coincidence. I was living in Europe, I was living in Munich, and was playing a lot of chamber music, and one violinist I had been playing with happened to have studied and was a good friend of Manfred Honig's son, who's also a violinist. And I guess, I don't know exactly what happened, but I guess my name came up at some point, and that it also came up that Pittsburgh was looking for a new concertmaster. And so Manfred's son had heard my playing at a competition online, and as far as I know, just forwarded him the YouTube link, and it went from there. There are a number of elements to the concertmaster job. Obviously, the most important one is playing very well and leading my section, the first violins, as well as being a leader within the orchestra when we're playing. So when I'm playing a concert with the PSO, I'm focusing on not only playing my part well, but also showing musical directions and cues when we're going to come in. And I'm very aware of what other principals, other leaders within the orchestra are doing. So I try to have a lot of contact with them, with Ann Williams, the principal cello, or with Lauren at principal flute, or Ed Steffen, principal timpani. And we're all trying to sort of connect and get on the same wavelength, and that brings the whole performance together. Because obviously the conductor is in charge of the interpretation, but there's so many moving parts. It's a huge ensemble, and so my job is sort of to streamline that and get it as together as possible. That's from the musical front. In addition to that, there are a lot of extra musical responsibilities. One of those is if you go to a concert and you look at the string section, you'll notice that everybody bows in the same direction, and that's important not only because it looks good, but also because it gives us the same musical ideas and phrases and interpretation. So one of my big responsibilities is to look at the scores and the parts beforehand, months beforehand, and decide on that, decide how we're going to bow. And that's a very personal thing, and has a lot to do with technique, but also interpretation. So I do that for the violins, and then the other principals all match that. That's one of the more organizational aspects of it.